Greetings, my name is Joshua Free, and this is the second episode of the fourth season of Mardukite TV. What the Council of Nabu-Tutu and the Mardukite Truth Seeker Press have basically commissioned in this season is a way of introducing and learning the Mardukite cycle of materials in a format such as can be mutually agreed upon, not only internally with our organization, but also for study groups and other truth seekers who have been independently wanting to form chapters and explore things further. So learning the materials and exploring the materials is something that, for us to do this, we must remain synchronous. And when the materials that we're composing the Mardukite cycle were originally released, the Mardukite Truth Seeker Press was actually not offering these works to the general public, and the work seldom appeared in any form of anthology such as we have with the Anunnaki Bible now. There was actually no specific learning chronology intended. The work was really being released in conjunction with the timing that individual research and compilation projects were being completed. These projects were meant to contribute to like a grand archive of information, which was originally done for internal purposes only, for the purpose of sustaining a modern Mardukite revival, specifically of the ancient Anunnaki source tradition that has served as the basis for pretty much all later cultural and spiritual traditions that have emerged on the planet. So a seeker coming into the program today now has a few decisions to make concerning their approach of the materials. One of the things that was not available to those in 2008 and 2009, even once we were releasing the individual manifestos out into the public, was essentially the completion of it all, the singular book, which we now call the Necronomicon Anunnaki Bible. Now, this is actually the composition of 4 books, and these were available individually as the Necronomicon, our New Millennium Necronomicon, Necronomicon Liber G and Liber, Necronomicon Gatekeeper's Grimoire, and Liber N, which was released internally of the Chamberlains originally as 9 Gates of the Kingdom of Shadows. We've since expanded on our edition of the 9 Gates. So the Anunnaki Bible, actually, of the 7 main texts that compose our explorations of the Mardukite tradition, the revival of modern times, the Anunnaki Bible actually covers 4 of them, which is essentially like half of the materials found in one book. This is something, again, that was not available to us. The resources to do it outside of our organization. Now, we had, of course, we had always alluded to that, in the offices we had our complete version or whatnot. You can see this is an actually very large hardcover version of the same, and to the Chamberlains, several actually had obtained. We released 50 of these hardcovers of the Bible. So it's seen many editions. It's currently in its 4th edition, revised, corrected, available to the public in this omnibus anthology on our Necrogate site, or you can go to mardukite.com. But the emphasis of the work found within the cycle that is the Anunnaki Bible is specifically what is considered Mardukite, which means the Egypto-Babylonian perspective. The works reviewed in it are the more famous and the more influential that came from specifically the Nabu priests and the scribes in ancient post-Sumerian Babylon, where the tablets were forged to show the Anunnaki deity Marduk as the supreme deity. The systematic development of this manifold gate system, which is alluded to in like other Necronomicons and in the lore, the scriptural process of magic that humans and priests have come to know, it was forged into tablets, which has become the basis for all of the methodologies to later evolve across the planet, which really are only separated by time and geography. A Sumerian background, however, which certainly undermines the integrity of the later Babylonian beliefs concerning the divinity of the Anunnaki, in Babylon it sought to conceal its own Sumerian origins. It's kept absent. This aspect is kept absent from the libros of the Necronomicon Anunnaki Bible, which were reconstructed to be basically the manner most famously used by the Mardukites of Babylon. Instead of trying to be interpretive about it or discuss its origins or whatnot, in Babylon and even in Egypt, where Marduk was known as Ra, the Babylonian Mardukite methodology is shown in self-honesty from its own perspective in the Necronomicon Anunnaki Bible, being the tablets created by the Nabu priests and scribe that served the line of Enki and Marduk in the southern half of Mesopotamia. Now, although the specifically Babylonian Mardukite tradition is neither the beginning or end of the story, it is the primary turning point between the Sumerian and post-Babylonian traditions, customs, and cultural beliefs and spiritual worldviews. As such, to gain clarity to the hows and whys, the Mardukite Truth Seeker begins with our curriculum or program, though, with the archetype of all worldly systems, which is Babylon.